I never do it like this, but not bad if I say so myself. I can't help it. I was still in prison. I'm just trying to be the man that I can. This is gonna be the plug. I feel restless. I can't help it. I'm trying to be the best that I can. Just trying to be the man. Sorry. Trying to be the man.
kind of different way of doing this today. What up, everybody? Smash that thumb, smash that subscribe if you've never seen something like this before. Smash that thumb, smash that subscribe if showing your boy a little faith today. What's up? No, I'm just playing. I just want you to subscribe and stay tuned, y'all. That's all I want y'all to do. I don't even know why I'm holding this right now.
better.
If this comes out good, I'm gonna be really happy, and I'm hoping I'm not jinxing it right now. Damn. What up, everybody? Smash that thumb, smash that subscribe, because though you want to see the other one, what happened to the other one real quick? Check this out. Can you see how badly this exploded? So that side where I was, that side where I was welding that joint on the end, Ryan, if you saw, like right before I took it to the oven on the last stream, I put the torch back to it and it cracked. And then it exploded. Oh, I make all different types of things. Check out my website, zachdesign.com. If you like stuff for the Focus V Aries, Puff Go Peak, Pivot, Pro, like Puff Go, Focus V Aries, Dr. Dabber, actually super cool people reached out and they just sent me a pack that I think is going to arrive Monday or Wednesday. So starting next week, I'm going to be starting to make Dr. Dabber stuff also. Today the proxy is coming in, so I'm going to have some things to do for that. Heck yeah with that though. I'm almost wondering if I should just go ahead and put the other joint on it right now, or if I should wait and see how this winds up turning out. So this is the other one that's prepared. Wipe this down real quick with some iso alcohol. Alright, smash that thumb, hit that subscribe. That was making a Glyco Connect freeze top. Oh, but I don't have another. I would have to make another 10 mil thing for the. Man, that's annoying. I do have other stuff to do. I am making the homie the pink opal cap, so I think he'll be understanding if I put that to the side for now. One of the other things that I'm doing is I'm warming up Jesse. What up, Jesse? What up, my man? Appreciate you, big dog. Everybody say what up to Jesse. Having a good day, having a bad day, whatever kind of day you're having, show some love to Jesse. Alright, so the next thing, honestly, I should put a band-aid on these cuts, bro. I'm working with graphite, but whatever. Alright. I have to bend these. Honestly, I have a ton of these little vials, though, just not like the vials that is. I could always order more, but I don't know. I only have 2 more of those. Like, I have a bunch of vials, but I only have 2 more of those. And I do have the footprint. So it's like, really, all I need to do is cut that, put it down, pop the hole back open, put it on here, pop the hole detached, done. That's simple, folks. Might as well polish the end on this also while I'm at it. And after I do that, I think I need to make homie transparent emerald green cat. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that. Alright, hold up. Let me just check my Shopify real quick so I know what to make the homie. I have to bend these PivoTen portholes. The PivoTen portholes are mouthpieces for the Puffco pivot that I make, where when you look down, right? I'm not smoking right now. But when you look down, because I'm going to bend the neck, you could actually see the orb spinning inside the chamber. And that's the porthole portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Bent neck, auto spinner. And it's not even just that. This is like a multifunctional mouthpiece because it's also a 10 female joint. So you could plug this in and use this as a glass mouthpiece for anything featuring a 10 male joint. You know, it also fits things like roll-ups or whatever, you know what I'm saying? How's everybody doing today? Hit that subscribe, smash some thumbs, hit some emojis, let your boy know how you're feeling. Hit my website, zachdesign.com, y'all. Alright, hold up. Is it for Adam? No, let's go for unfulfilled orders on Shopify. Alright. So, Will, you already know. Okay, Emerald Green 3D XL for Sid. And J White signature 1 inch. It's already done, homie, by the way. So I'm just gonna make you some tips. Arnulfo, Arn, A, I don't know, whatever your a good nickname for you is. You know. Alright. That's what we'll do right now. Because I don't have any emerald greens up. It's like, dang, y'all, I should really just prep this. Fucking file. You know what? We'll see how it goes. I keep changing my mind. We'll see how it goes. First things first. Gotta make that emerald green cap. Watch, I don't have that color tubing on deck. How amazing would that be? Alright, let's get this flashlight. Imagine that I don't have what I need. Alright, so I guess let's figure out how to work with what I have. You know what? We're gonna try using this. We're gonna hope that I start with the first one. The very first one is perfect. Alright. Just looking for my Sharpie real quick so I can mark where this scratch is. You wanna see how long this scratch mark is? How unusable this thing is? So from this mark to about right there. So this entire tube from here to here I would consider not usable because it's just dots. It's like air traps. It's not really like scratches, but it's like a line of dots that goes all the way down that you, like if you're, somebody might think it's a scratch, basically is what I'm saying. So this is the side I'm obviously gonna have to flare open. Let's put this here for now. Alright. I guess I'll have to just add this to the list of things I need to purchase next time I order some glass from ABR. I have some ideas, some concepts done, but the tool I have, like, needs to be resized. So I sent that off to the tool guy yesterday. So I'm excited. I was thinking lately, like I was looking at some of the prices that some of these other guys charge for their like Puffco, their simple Puffco and Carter tops type stuff. And it's like some of them, it's like if you're charging $50 and there's even just a little bit of, it's like how on earth are you making money was my thought. Because the way I'm doing this, I'm making like 8, you know, maybe like 2 an hour, you know, 1 or 2 an hour. So that means this person has to be knocking these out fast, like a couple of these an hour. I don't know if you get an assistant or like that, whatever, but tools, that's basically what I'm getting at. Tools are very important. They could really determine, see, okay, huge scratch there to there. Where's that Sharpie at? They could establish, you know, your price points, which ultimately determines how many units you move, and you know that bleeds into a whole bunch of other market value topics and things of that nature. What I hear is the Sharpie. Alright. here to there is not usable. Alright. Alright, so now I'm making, I think a 3D cap. Emerald green is the mission right now. Let me just confirm that real quick. What up, everybody? So check out my website, zachdesign.com. So transparent yellow-orange liftoff cap for the IntelliCore Max. I'm pretty sure that's already done on the table. All right, Airy super adapter, J white, and I also do have white joints on deck. I just want to test the fit before I take everything to the wet saw, you know what I'm saying? All right, so emerald green 3D XL, jade white, transparent yellow orange, okay, fem stem, okay, so Alfredo got a jade white peak sipper, which I don't have. I bet, hell yeah. Alright. So this is another thing I'm gonna have to do then. Alright. I also have these water toppers prepped, dude. I just need to do some blowouts or something cool to slide on top of them, the cans. You know what I'm saying? Make them Puffco pieces. Should I have a kind of a longer piece? See, this is also why I keep tubing on the side. So I don't need to crack it. All I have to do is make one. So why? Alright, bet. Putting this to the side. Save space under my lathe. You know? Cool beans. Oh, if you don't know what I mean, scraps. So I'm not gonna open up a fresh pack of tubing. I'm just gonna use one of those. There's plenty of tubing left to do that. All right, so I have this in. I'm gonna be making transparent emerald green ball caps for the 3D XL and bending these PivoTen porthole tips. Smash that thumb, hit that subscribe for your boy. If you're feeling generous, hit that, smash that. Cash App, Super Chat. Checking out the website, zachdesign.com. So that's another thing I'm gonna be doing later today. I gotta redo the YouTube store. I made that new Shopify, you know, like super kosher. So the only things on it were like things that would be approved. But I saw the Glassmith, their site, and on their YouTube store, they only have like things that are like, you know, cups or whatever. But then when you click on that link, it goes to their full website that has all of those things. So it's like, shoot, all right, I'll do that too. I'll connect it to my regular Shopify account. Only list certain items on the YouTube store, but it doesn't really matter because when you click on that item, it takes you to that person's like Shopify store. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? If you sell, you know, certain things, just list other things that are okay for YouTube. And my example, I just told you of where I saw that happen and how I learned how to do this. sharing that knowledge with y'all. It's not complicated. If you're thirsty, stay hydrated. And this is what I use the graphite tape for also. The graphite tape was for putting inside the joint. Here, I'll show you. Right, the graphite tape is inside of there. So when you stick it on the doer, it helps keep it firmly attached. You feel me? Dum. Bum, 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 bum. It's not complicated. What up, Kazik? What up, Nico? What up, Joseph? What up, Emmanuel? What up, Natalie? What up, Marcos? What up? What up, So? It's like life energy right there. Complicated because we stay hydrated. I feel kind of badly, dude. I keep seeing all these videos about these awesome 420 events, and I feel like I'm going to wind up not going to any of them. There's so much stuff going in New York, bro. And I know cool people that are doing some of those events. So it's like, what the hell? Gotta put yourself out there, y'all. Smash that thumb if you know you gotta put yourself out there, y'all. What up? Oh, I didn't even polish this, did I? I also ordered a new arm extension for the camera so the angle isn't gonna suck as bad. It was better when I had the hoe hem, man. The hoe hem was nice. It's just the hoe hem seemed to not be built very well for this. The hoe hem M7 was not about that lifestyle, dog. Watch me forget to continue to polish that. So that's the air intake hole for the carb cap. I'm a glassblower. This is borosilicate COE33. I'm in the US. I'm in Virginia. Hope y'all are having a good day today. Smash that thumb. Hit that subscribe, y'all. Stretching the neck just a little bit in case you want to use one of those tethers, you know what I'm saying? Not particularly huge fan of. Boom. I'm cool with it. Alright, that's where that line starts. That's where the scratch starts. Wipe this off real quick. Excuse me. Hold on. Alright, let's make another ball cap. Now, if you're somebody that watches my streams, do you like it when I do the longer streams, or would you rather me chop them up? Whether I'm talking, not talking, whatever it is, do you like it when it's like just really long? Or do you rather like a 30-minute one type of deal? And that's another ball cap, y'all. What up, everybody? Smash that thumb, hit that subscribe. Excuse me. You know, if he's got a 3D XL, maybe I should make a. Yeah, alright, why not? Let's do a lift off cap. How's everybody doing today? Come on now, smash some emojis for me. Hit that thumb. Talk to me. What's up? What up, Sue? What up, Bernard? What up, Kazik? What up, Nico? What up, Jesse? Flaring that open. Let's pick away the part that I just tore away. Done. Easy, easy peasy. What up, everybody? Nah, it's arriving today. Honestly, I don't know if it's already arrived. It's supposed to arrive between 12:30 and 3:30. Oh, what? 12:30 and 3:30, maybe. Damn. All right, up next. Don't go away. I need to bend the next on these PivoTen portholes. All right. So I'm gonna take this out because this doesn't need to be in here. This out. So if you don't know what the PivoTen porthole is, it is an original concept glass mouthpiece I made for the PuffGo Pivot that I'm adapting to other devices. What up, Drew? Auto spinner, 10 female at the same time. You can look down while you're, doing your thing and see what's going on in the chamber. Alright, so warming everything up in the Bunsen, because when I start putting my torch to it, I don't want it to crack by either area, you know what I'm saying? I don't want the tube by where I'm holding it to crack, and I don't want to crack the grind where this is actually getting inserted. So when somebody says a 10 male joint and a 10 female joint, think P in the V. The male goes in, the female receives. Jesus, it's hot. But I think it's good. And that is one in the oven. I need to put on a glove though. God Damn, man. Glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear. Hope you're having a good day today, brother. What up, everybody? Here's the next one. What up, Adrian? What up, everybody? Alright, I'm going to take a break from streaming and get back to it in a little bit. Charge my phone because it is about to die, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Tap in with y'all a little bit later.